Welcome to the BoshNRoll channel. If you want to support my daily Eternal Magic offerings while getting amazing perks like the BoshNRoll Discord community, have me play your deck on the channel, or listen sideboard guides before tournaments, check out the Patreon or YouTube membership program. This channel is possible because of these amazing sponsors. Check them out, all their links are in the video description. As always, thanks for being here. Let's go play some Magic. Welcome back to the BoshNRoll channel. Today I'm playing Legacy, and I've got a bit of a brew challenge from Patreon subscriber Cheese Wedge. What Cheese Wedge wanted to see was Boros control. The rules were, I was not allowed to be a Stompy deck, couldn't just jam the initiative, see what happens, and I'm not allowed to be a prison deck. Can't do Chalice of the Void, Blood Moon kind of stuff. Wanted to see honest back and forth gameplay using the Boros colors exclusively. What I've ended up with here is an Urza Saga deck full of a bunch of cool planeswalkers and removal spells. Basically, the game plan is save time until we can resolve 4th Eorlingas and win with it. Between 4th Eorlingas and Comet Stellar Pup, Boros has actually gotten 2 pretty cool cards printed recently, and I plan to take advantage of both of them for this league. White is the removal color. We do get Swords of Plowshares. Being only a 2-color deck, Prismatic Ending's not particularly effective. Council's Judgment and Solitude are filling in the removal places. We don't get cantrips, so we gotta draw cards fair and square. Staff of the Storyteller is here doing that. And then got a handful of Planeswalkers, 2 Comet Stellar Pup, 1 Chandra Torch of Defiance, 1 Wandering Emperor, and then 3 Fable the Mirror Breaker. Honorary Planeswalker. This serves as just a permanent that gives us card selection in red, something that we will be missing because we're not a blue deck. And obviously it is 2 creatures as well. Good stuff all around. Timeless Dragon, hit your land drops, make a creature. We know about that one, and Urza Saga pumping away behind the scenes the whole time. I do have 1 Ruination in the main and another one in the sideboard. I think this qualifies as not a lock piece. This is a win the game hammer. When we get there, but got 7 basics in my deck. Should be able to support Ruination just fine. The sideboard does lead pretty heavy into Prison-y hate permanents, but it has to. That's the only way Boros is ever going to beat a combo deck. Not going to apologize for that, but there they are. And then we got some Pyroblasts, another Ruination, Meltdown, a little awkward in our Urza Saga deck, but assume it's going to be worse for them than it is for me if I bring it in. Then Chandra Awakened Inferno to go over the top of Control Mirrors. I have no idea how this is going to work. Maybe this is an 0-5. Maybe this is perfectly reasonable. I think it depends entirely on how many fair decks we play against versus how many combo decks, and can I mulligan responsibly against the combo decks. The deck's got a plan. Don't die, then you win somehow. Just like the decks I like to play. It's just in a color combination I don't normally subscribe to. At least not without blue's help. We're Jeskai without the blue. Let's see if this works. This is Boros control. I've won the die roll in round 1 against Jax, who is a known combo fiend. Is there even something I can mulligan to against known combo? Basically like Soul Guide Lantern. Is it? Okay. I'm just going to keep my hand. Probably just going to lose game 1, but I'll play my Shadow Spear. See what happens. I'm going to fetch Basic Mountain to cast this Shadow Spear with. There's no Brainstorm in this deck, so the fetches really are just for fixing and thinning, and might as well use them for their job here. Underground Sea. No surprise at all there. Mishra's Bauble. So kind of expecting a Beseech the Mirror strategy. Wrath of God. That's certainly going to be useful in this combo matchup. Maybe my opponent will just empty the Warrens here, and we can hang out for a little bit. Bobbled me in the end step. Know something. Brainstorm. Okay, they're getting ready to go for it. And they do get 2 of these cards. So the Brainstorm is actually, you go 3 cards deep, you put 2 cards back, then you draw those 2 cards. Basically, they are getting 1 card deeper into the deck here. Is that how this works? Bobble trigger. Yeah, so Brainstorm basically was Reach Through Depths here. Is that the one? Peer Through Miss? There's some 1 blue draw card instant from Kamigawa. I hope they can Storm for Xaxes and Lightning Helix saves me. That's the line I need. Oh, wow. Interesting. Tendrils off the top. Stop at 3. What could I do here? Thoughtseize, Beseech the Mirror. Go to 3. Go to 3. Oh no, that LED should be enough to win the game. Go to 3. Go to 3. Ran off a bunch of zeros in a row here. Okay, they're at 4. If they thought sees me, I win. Lotus Petal. Lotus Petal. Hey, Jax is a combo player and sees red mana. Probably not just gonna go into bolt range. Thought sees me. Thought sees me. Or just Tendrils. Oh, Tendrils is good for 22 here anyway. Yeah, I can't even... There's not even an out here unless they do panic and go for the Thoughtseize. Bobbling me again. You've seen that card already. Brainstorming. Yeah, just kind of building up natural storm for Tendrils here. Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize. Tendrils. Okay. Figured it out. Okay. Stop the ad nauseum just in time. 3 Deafening Silence come in. We saw Brainstorm and Ponder. I'm going to bring in the Pyroblast. Beseech the Mirror is a card that has some softness to Surgical Extraction. Cards that are bad. Pithing Needle. Swords to Plowshares. Basically all the creature removal. Wrath of God. Ruination. Solitude is at least a threat that I can put on the board. I could start bringing in Meltdowns. Or Cast in the Fire could mess up. Like an LED line or something. I don't have high hopes for it, but it's there. It's probably better than Council's Judgment. I can't imagine that being a useful card. Meltdown can clear out a bunch of stuff that's hung out. Gonna get rid of another Council's Judgment. Meltdown's gonna be better than that. And a Solitude, I guess. Basically, the plan is mulligan to Deafening Silence. Yeah, this isn't gonna do it. Mulligan. Soul Guide Lantern is not nothing. Didn't use the graveyard last game. Yeah, I gotta go to Deafening Silence. Alright, we're in there. Keep this bottom Solitude and Lightning Bolt. I'm just gonna go Deafening Silence, Urza Saga, hope that wins the game. Solitude, Lightning Bolt are gone. Opponent's on 6 over there. Shh. Thoughtseize gets to take the extraction and then see everything I'm up to over here. Urza Saga and pass. Ponder, that's your spell for the turn. Chose to shuffle. Do have the land. Another silence. Ugh. This beats every bounce spell, but it cost me my Saga activation. I'm going to do it. I'm going to make them have 2 answers to this thing, if they're going to answer it at all. Tropical Island in the end step. And Brainstorm, might as well do it now. Can't do 2 things on your turn. This is Abrupt Decay mana, which I'm glad I played around by running out the second silence. If I get Maelstrom Pulsed here, I'm quitting Magic. Pernicious Deed, oh no! Artifact, creature, and enchantment. Son of a biscuit, look at this shit. Did I board out Pithing Needle? I think I did. What a tilt! Oh no! Why would you have Pernicious Deed in your Storm deck? I mean, the answer's right in front of me, because it's gonna kill me, is the answer. Timeless Dragon. And I don't need to make a construct here. It's just going to die. Soul Guide Lantern, I guess. Exile. Ponder from the graveyard. Timeless Dragon has no mana cost. If you eternalize it, I'm just going to draw a card now. Dang, boarding out that Pithing Needle actually costing me the game here. Pernicious Deed. Sweet tech. I'm in trouble. Now I wish I hadn't played out the Deafening Silence. I am going to cycle my Timeless Dragon. I'm not going to eternalize it into the deed. Hope to draw a Planeswalker here. Just something that does something. Lightning Helix, what's up? The All-Star from last game. They still haven't deeded. They don't really need to, because with 3 mana, they can destroy most permanents I would put into play. Okay, it's go time. Deafening Silences are gone. I have Pyroblast and Lightning Helix to do anything here. This is where they end up with a deterministic Gaia's Will line that I should not have drawn a card off. Or no, the deed would have swept up the Soul Guide Lantern. I didn't have a choice there. I knew I did that for a reason. Cabal Ritual, 8 mana, Lion's Eye Diamond, 1 card left. Infernal Tutor, for Nas with 4 mana left. Dark Ritual, Brainstorm, Ponder, go to 3, go to 3, go to 3. Here we are again. Just hoping the opponent puts themselves into range of death. Yeah! Got him! Sit the fuck down. How often do Storm decks die to Lightning Helix and Legacy? Rhetorical question. It's never happened in the history of the format. I don't know if they even can brainstorm in response here, but I could pyroblast that. Like, I currently have all the information I need to know that they're dead. Said taking a screenshot. We both appreciate the gravity of this moment. They said maybe I should quit Magic after this, and I said maybe right now before game 3 even. I don't know if I could ever beat them on the draw. Should I have Rest in Peace in? I guess if I care about Surgical, I should probably care about Rest in Peace. And we've seen Pernicious Deed as an out to my stuff. I want the Needle back. And I think Solitude just has to go. It's not doing anything. Okay, the slowest, turtliest, non-winningest. This is not going to work. I'm mulligan that. Oh, come on. Have the silence, but not the land. I have the thing I play 3 of, but not the thing I play 23 of. I'm mulligan. Gee, you're taunting me now, deck. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. Sack of crap. Here's 2 Deafening Silence and a land that doesn't cast them. Fuck you, deck. I think I have to take some risks. This one, at least, can have a route to white mana and doesn't get Thought Seized right out of the game. Like, if they Thought Seize me, then I draw Plains. I'm actually cooking here. Okay, played around it. Fingers crossed. White Source off the top. Oh no, a second Thought Seize? Or are we just getting goldfished? Or just dropping Lotus Petal in case they've spiked the White Source? Alright, deck, White Source, White Source, White Source, White Source! Shit, 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 shit. Okay, might be dead here. Brainstorm. Have a land. Okay, deck. White Source, White Source, White Source, White Source, White Source. Ugh! And I don't play a Lotus Petal or anything to get this Timeless Dragon going. Oh no! I played around the Thoughtseize. Betrayed by the deck. Would not deliver me from evil. An opponent brainstormed last turn, didn't kill me and didn't shuffle. Hoping for a brainstorm block here. And I still have one more draw step to find the white source that I can grab Pithing Needle and name Pernicious Deed with. There's a fetch land, so they could have shuffled last turn and didn't. That makes me very nervous. Okay, deck, it's time. Present me with a Plains. Give me a Plains. This did not work, and I feel very stupid. Soul Guide Lantern. I have to draw a card here. Exile Brainstorm from the graveyard. I'm just going to draw a card, try to find a white source. I don't think holding up Graveyard Hate is going to be the difference between winning and losing when I'm literally not doing freaking anything. Okay, this is just falling apart at the wheels. 10 cards into my 23 land deck. I guess 4 of them are Urza Sagas. 19 lands, basically. Even Urza Saga would have been fine, though, because I had the line to tutor the plains. Jesus. I'm going to discard to hand size a... Nope, I need Timeless Dragon. This is Fable the Mirror Breaker. I have no aspirations of that card ever doing anything. This is so disappointing. Like, if I go to 4, though, and it was just bad mulligans, just not seeing a white source in 21 cards. I mulled to 5. I looked at 2 copies of Deafening Silence, 0 white sources. Or 3 copies of Deafening Silence. I had the whole thing lined up here, too. Urza Saga, pop out the Pithing Needle, name Pernicious Deed, surprise, got him, and Deafening Silence is safe. But instead, we are wallowing in misery, doing nothing. I would even take a Mountain here. That gives me the out of... Jesus. Gives me the out of, bolting you again. Beating the Naws. I will discard Cast into the Fire. I can imagine that being helpful here. There's a Lotus Petal. Running more zeros out into Pernicious Deed means that we're about to die. Here's a Beseech. Sacking Pernicious Deed, that's gross. It's true, you don't need that one anymore. Okay, they wish for Naws, which means they couldn't cast it right away. Or not for free. So it did cost a little extra mana to do this. Now I just have to hope this Naws fails somehow. Just literally doing nothing for 6 turns, hoping your opponent's Storm deck whiffs. I mean, if the deck is full of Beseech the Mirrors and Pernicious Deeds, maybe it's possible. There's still no tutor in this pile. Lots of mana. And a Ponder. Alright, now we're dead. Cool. Okay, finding no land in the top 12 cards of your deck after mulligan twice. I looked at 26 cards that game and saw 1 land. Whatever. I mean, We had a plan. The sideboard was going to work. Pithing Needle pops out, locks out the Pernicious Deed, Deafening Silence, with no other answer to it, it seems. You can see how the plan would work. Had to keep that risky 5, because we lose the Thoughtseize if we go to a 4 with 1 Deafening Silence anyway. I don't know. I don't regret the keep, but I do regret the insane backhand of variance that we just experienced. This video is sponsored by Moxfield.com, the easiest way to build Magic decks online. Moxfield supports over 30 formats, including Legacy and everything else you'll see on this channel. There's multiple customizations so you can interact with your deck how you want. Views such as text, grid, or stacks, and groupings like type, subtype, color, color identity, even artist. The site offers light mode, dark mode, and so much more. However you want to see your deck, Moxfield can provide it for you. Follow my Moxfield to keep up with the channel and what I'm playing in paper. I'll see you there. I'm on the play for round 2. I'm going to keep my hand. It hits land drops and puts value permanents on the board, which is the thing that this deck does. I'm just going to Vista Pass here. I'm not playing around Stifle. My plan is to play Urza Saga on turn 3. That way I can use it to cast Fable of the Mirror Breaker and still spend mana on like all the constructs, get the full boat of constructs out of it. Mox Time and discarding Crystal Vein. What the shit is this? Grim Monolith. Okay. Trinisphere. Okay. Joke's on you. My deck barely plays spells anyway. Okay, new plan. Urza Saga's in play. See how much gas is left in the tank over there. That was a lot of resources to put Trinisphere into play on turn 1. You know, all they really need is a land, and their constructs are going to be bigger than mine forever. Probably going to be a good Wrath of God matchup. That's funny. Shot and port. Gross. Well, if they port me, they don't get a construct. Oh. Choose your poison here. Okay, my constructs don't beat theirs anyway. I think I should make the Goblin. Yeah, getting treasures, getting card selection. This is probably going to be more important to me than trying to keep up on a construct race that I'm not winning, because their show up, their first one's a 4-4. My first one's a 1-1. I'm not catching up to that. I need some big, heavy, exciting Planeswalker action. I get to tutor something here. Probably Manifold Key would be my guess. Shadow Spear. Okay, just going straight to the face. Wasteland kills my Saga. Though that doesn't actually change math at all. Unless they're worried about 4 and 5 drops. Which maybe they should be. Okay. Wasted. Arid Mesa. I would like to use this ability. Soul Guide Lantern definitely getting discarded. And maybe one of the Mesas. Lightning Helix. LOL. The little engine that would, or would not, in this case. I think I have to Staff of the Storyteller. Retrofitter Foundry doesn't beat the Shadow Spear. Staff of the Storyteller might at least draw another card. And I don't have an attack here. If their constructs were 1 point smaller, I would have attacked with Goblin and Helix to finish it off. But guess what? They're not. I have to draw my Wrath of God. Which I love saying. I love saying those words out loud. Okay, chump the one that doesn't have evasion. Take the other 7. And come on, Wrath of God. Solitude. Okay. Well, I'm not dead. How do I maximize this the best? If Goblin attacks, I get... Oh, I can just hardcast? Yeah, that's the answer. Yep, cool. I'm going to let them go to combat on their turn, and I'm going to hardcast Solitude, eating the trample monster. They're actually locked under their own Trinisphere right now. If I can get stable, we're kind of doing it. Urza Saga. They're no longer locked under Trinisphere. They can do one thing in a turn. Grim Monolith, okay. They can do 2 things next turn. Yeah, it sucks my life total isn't just slightly higher. Being able to ignore the second construct and get Reflection going would be so sick. 1 drops, who plays those? LOL. Okay, gonna fetch for... We've seen Wasteland. I'm gonna get a Plains. Cast Solitude. With my entire elbow. Exile the trample one. Now I have to decide if I want Solitude gone or if I want Reflection gone. I could gain some life by attacking. Reflection probably does the most though. Alright. Yeah, Reflection makes the most messed up things possible, which is what I need at this point. 4th Eorlingas. Me introducing the Monarch to this game probably does not make it better for me. I don't think I need a tiny construct here. I'm just going to float and tutor up. Guess my own... Oh, Pithing Needle on Shadow Spear. Did we solve it? Pithing Needle on Shadow Spear. And now I can... Fourth Eorlingas. Take the Monarch. Do I want 2 horses or 1? Because I get a treasure here too. And then Kiki Jiki can copy one of my other things. I just want 1 horse. And then I attack with the Goblin Shaman token and the Human Knight token. I become the Monarch. Okay. We will see where this goes from here. We got a lot of work to do, but a game plan has emerged. They are attacking me. I'm going to copy a horse token. That makes a staff, trigger, block, stability. Okay, I can draw a card from staff now, or I can have the possibility of double spelling next turn. I think double spelling is more important. Comet Stellar Pup, hello. Okay. Interesting. They do get another Saga creature here, so I don't really have just free attacks to farm forever. Mountain, and I'm going to start dogging out here. Here we go. Comet, do something. Make some squirrels. Okay, it's in deal 5 mode, which is actually the worst mode by a lot. Okay. Well, my opponent took 5 while they're at 30 plus. Not exactly what I wanted out of my life there. And that's why Comet sucks. Comet doesn't suck, but like, when you needed to do something specific, I would have much rather drawn the Wandering Emperor there. Or just made some squirrels. Okay, they've got 9/9s. They're about to be 10/10s. Is there a Manifold Key in the deck to unlock the mana? It's raining crazy hard at my house right now. If you hear like pitter-patters in my background, that's what that is. Manifold Key is the answer. That also makes a construct unblockable next turn. Just problems on problems here. Ancient Tomb. Key costs 3 to activate. Why are you tapping 2? Do you have a Spirit Guide? There's not a lot that can be done with the 2 mana right now with Trinisphere in play. And key costs 3 to activate. Or you could go Ancient Tomb, untap Monolith, do something for 3 or 4 mana. That also works, I guess. Here come the 10s. And I have to copy my human horse here and block. I think Goblin Shaman still has some life left in it. Block, block. Wish those were squirrels. Second main key is making mana. Karn Scion. Shit. I couldn't beat the constructs you already had. Chill out. Okay, Wrath of God is the out still. Actual, factual Wrath of God. Put it in my hand right now. Wrath of God. Lanes. Okay. I can activate Comet. So might as well do that. Okay, Comet. Go nuts, buddy. I rolled a 6. Okay. I get to do this 2 more times. Roll. Ate some squirrels. Roll. Okay, I have a lot of squirrels. Unfortunately, their constructs are going to be unblockable next turn, and Swords of Plowshares is locked under this Chalice of the Void, which means I have 1 more chance to draw Wrath of God off of Staff of the Storyteller. Wrath of God. Oh, Wandering Emperor. That might actually stabilize me. Yeah, they can only make 1 of these unblockable, and I've got a shitload of blockers for the rest of them. Never give up, never surrender. Monarch, keep it coming. Yeah, if they go all in on a unblockability. Oh no, it's unblockable. Attacking with everything. I'm going to block with squirrels on the ones that can be blocked with squirrels. And then Wandering Emperor, the unblockable one. Let's go, let's go. Exile target tapped creature. I gain 2 life. The constructs get smaller. They're about to be replaced with another one. I have to find another way off, but I get more draws here. Solitude's live now. I get another round of Comet activations. Another Monarch draw. Another Staff of the Storyteller activation. Lightning Bolt doesn't help. +1/+1 first strike. Alright, Comet, do your thing. I made 2 squirrels. Okay, I can kill Karn at least. That's free to do. And I guess I should draw a card now. Draw with Staff. Plateau. Solitude is still a stabilizing force in my life. Okay, I'm going to attack Karn with the 2 squirrels. That can attack Karn. I guess all the squirrels could attack Karn, but these ones do have haste. And the attacking construct, the unblockable construct, has exactly enough power to beat me through Lightning Helix. Oof, that sucks. Okay, I can first strike one of these creatures, or I can just make a 2/2. I think I need some loyalty on the Wandering Emperor. I'm going to put a +1 counter on Reflection of Kiki Jiki and hope that Subtlety is my draw. Or Solitude is my draw. Come on, Solitude. Fable. Okay, we're dead. If they just activate their thing again, which, why wouldn't they? I'm actually just dead anyway. Yeah, I don't have enough blockers because I attack Karn. I guess I couldn't do that. Oops. Yeah, I'm just dead. Okay, a little combat error at the end, but we were dead on board anyway. That was a surprisingly awesome matchup. Meltdown, Cast in the Fire, Ruination, all coming in for sure. I don't think Deafening Silence and Containment Priest are where I want to be. Big Chandra is interesting. Oh, Council's Judgment, that would have been a great draw. Wrath of God was a sicko the whole time. Soul Guide Lantern doesn't matter. Lightning Helix actually seems worse than Lightning Bolt. Because if their creatures are going to be big and they're a Chalice deck, then Swords to Plowshares and my White Removal's got to do that work. Okay, I'm cutting my bolts. And this is what I'm doing. Okay. Opponents also on a bit of a brew, and it turns out these brews, when crashing into each other, are pretty sweet. Okay, I'm going to keep this hand. It hits its land drops. I'm not going to get 3-balled out. I'm not going to get wasted out. Timeless Dragon is a good one here. 4th Eorlingas, always welcome in my life. Vista go. Both kept 7. Or does the saga start again? I hate when their saga's ahead of mine. It's like not even fair. They didn't cast 6 mana worth of spells this turn 1. I appreciate that. They are also a Wasteland deck, and I'm not. Who knows how that's going to shake out. And my hand is already full of planes. I don't really need to use Timeless Dragon here. Yeah, there's the follow-up. Expedition map. Okay. Ancient Tomb. Okay. They just had all sorts of crap. I'm going to fetch for a planes here, and then just go to my turn. Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Once again, that card has shown up to do the thing that I need it to do. And I think, once again, it is the correct play over doing saga stuff. Now they will have to decide if they're making constructs or if they're tutoring. In the tutor, you can just do later if they want to run this construct all the way through. They have run the construct all the way to its conclusion. I got Meltdowns in my deck. I got Cast in the Fire in my deck. I got real cards to draw to at this point. Fabling away Timeless Dragon is just like drawing 5 cards. Count it. Don't check my math. Mox Opal is the choice. That can activate Expedition map. So can that. Or they could just play a Karn or some dumb shit. Oh yeah. Karn or some dumb shit confirmed. Meltdown still rocks it out here. Meltdown is completely bonkers. I am not going to block. I'm going to play to my most possible resources. Come on, Meltdown. I'm going to Fable before I Saga and know what my choices are. Timeless Dragon and I think Arid Mesa to the bottom. Or to the graveyard. Hey! Meltdown. Well, obviously not making a construct now. And if I get Pithing Needle, name Karn Scion. Okay, Pithing Needle on Karn Scion. And then I can Meltdown for 0 and 4th Eorlingas. Wow, okay. Here we go. Meltdown for 0. It leaves their map around, but it kills all their constructs and leaves my Needle. And then 4th Eorlingas for 1 horse. Leaves up Swords to Plowshares too. Attack my opponent. I'm just going to assume they can't remove a Pithing Needle ever. That was a good turn. Turns out all you got to do is rip your busted sideboard cards on important turns. A Rashadan Port kills the City of Traders. They're moving in on something this turn. Ensnaring Bridge. I have Meltdown and Cast into the Fire in my deck. They also have 2 cards in their hand right now. I get to flip my Fable and then attack my opponent. I'm going to keep ignoring Karn. Doesn't exist. They can never remove a Pithing Needle. That's the bet I'm making. And because of Ensnaring Bridge, I don't need to bring back Timeless Dragon. I'll just play Saga. So, leaving them dead on board. Yeah, okay, I am going to bring back Timeless Dragon. Might as well. I'm drawing a bunch of cards. I do have outs to Ensnaring Bridge in my deck. The Council's Judgment, Cast into the Fire, the Meltdown. Just want them to be dead when I draw it. Crystal Vein. 2 cards in your hand still. They can port Urza's Saga, which means it won't make a construct this turn, because it doesn't know how to do that yet. I guess I was supposed to copy Goblin Shaman. Oh, wow, 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 wow. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, if I Ruination, then they might end up not able to get their hand low enough to use Ensnaring Bridge effectively. And if they map in response, they'll have 3 cards in their hand. Oh yeah. Okay, nice. Just got the scoop on that one. I actually think Big Chandra might be a place to go. She's bad against the Wasteland Rashadin part of their deck, but she's really good against the everyone's farting around not doing anything part of the deck. The only reason I'm even thinking about leaving Lightning Bolt in the deck is because it picks off Karn Scion. But so does Lightning Helix and doesn't get got by Chalice. Okay, I'm as strong against Chalice as I can get. And now I have Big Chandra in the deck. And now they know about Meltdown and Ruination if they can play around them. Swords to Plowshares, Pithing Needle. I think I like this start. I have a Saga. I have a plan under Trinisphere, which is just get Saga going. If they turn 1 a Karn, or turn 1 a Manifold Key, I can Needle it. Alright, I mean, I'm keeping the hand. Opponent also kept 7. We're in trouble. Urza's Saga. I could just Pithing Needle Urza's Saga, which feels like a weird thing to do in my Urza's Saga deck, but they're better at this than I am. Yeah, I actually am going to do that. Pithing Needle Urza's Saga. They'll get no constructs. I couldn't beat their construct game anyway, so I think this is fine. If they just pivot up into Karn, they got me, I guess. Mox Diamond, discarding Inventor's Fair, Ancient Tomb. Disappointing. They're doing something for 4 mana. It's Karn. Okay. I have Swords to Plowshares for this thing, and it will be smaller than they wanted it to be because they're not pooping out others. Fable. Staying strong here. I'm just going to fetch a Plains before they can tutor Pithing Needle. I also want to let them tutor because I don't mind giving them 1 extra life by them having an extra artifact in play, but if they do something like grab Shadow Spear and I can get them on an extra 2 mana commitment, I'm in. Pithing Needle was the get. Naming Comet Stellar Pup. Fun police have arrived. Okay, I'm going to plow this construct now. They're about to make another one. This saves 1 life. Oh, the Chalice on 1, right on time. Oh, I actually could have, maybe I messed this up. If I let them, oh no, because they would have Chaliced pre-combat. I was thinking, let them attack with the other one, and then kill the untapped one, then 4th Eorlingas, kill Karn. Might just, or no, 4th Eorlingas is my white card for Solitude. I was about to say I might do that anyway, but it is not available to me. Okay, I'm going to fetch another basic Plains and go with the Fable here. Just working my way up to Big Chandra. I see you, girl. I'm coming for you. Card selection, digging for the Meltdown. Also, a game ender. Karn gets to plus. They're going to start getting card advantage here. 2 Torpor Orbs. I'll give you Torpor Orb, I suppose. That turns off Solitude. At least turns off the ETB ability. But I can pitch it and have a 3/2 for free. I don't think they can attack this turn. They'll lose Karn if they do. Crystal Vein, that's 5 mana available if they want all of it. There's the Orb. Do I want to kill the Construct and lose 4th Eorlingas? I think I do. And I don't want to, but I think it is correct. Because then I can attack and clear Karn, and I got stuff going on and they don't. Alright, sucks to lose 4th Eorlingas, but I want an empty board to play from. That was the description from Cheese Wedge. Get the board empty and win with whatever's left. True control fashion, and that is what I'm committed to here. If they follow this up with, like, Dismember or Walking Ballista that could just block for a turn, oh, they're doing something. Oh no, it is Dismember! Boo! Okay, well done. Now let's see if I could get Chandra going before I'm dead. I am going to loot away the Urza Saga. I'm going to keep the Chandra and just try to work my way up to 6 mana here. Tick-tock. Karn's probably going to plus again. I don't think minusing it makes sense here. I'm going to give them another Torpor Orb. Okay. Backup Torpor Orb. I'm not going to fetch because now I actually want to find land number 6. Fable flips. I found land number 6. Okay, I'm going Big Chandra next turn. You can't stop me. If they make a construct, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's exactly Chandra's starting loyalty. That Dismember was such a beating. Karn is the only reason they're still in this game. And I mean, obviously, they have it. Gotta respect it, but still. Oof. Mountain. Mountain. Holding a plains, just get 3 of each. Ooh, Chandra Torch. Are you something I want? If I attack Karn and then Chandra Torch and minus, is it possible that they don't block? And I don't care if they don't. I'm going to attack Karn here. It's got to go. Attack Karn Scion. They have to smell a trap here, because 2 is a smaller number than 6. They just have to decide if they want to get blown out by my combat trick, or do they want to lose their Planeswalker and keep their 6/6. Because clearly one of those two things is going to happen. They're not blocking. Letting them go. In that case, I have to Big Chandra and plus. If they put an artifact into play, or I could Big Chandra and just yeet her. Minus X deals X to a thing. I mean, it sucks to use such a powerful Planeswalker in this way, but I think killing this thing right now is the way. Get it out. Please don't flash in an artifact. Okay, we're on a stable board again, and I have a Planeswalker in my hand. Mox Opal, that would have saved their thing. I'm glad that came down now instead of last turn. Oh dear, Karn Silex. Players can't pay life to do stuff. Exile Karn Silex, destroy each non-land permanent man value X or less, activate as a sorcery. Okay, bummer. That includes Planeswalkers, by my count. I think I want to draw them in on the Silex by playing Fable. And it's not enemy stuff. Oh, it's better to copy this. Almost missed it. I get a treasure this way. Okay. Yeah, so this will destroy all of their own shit too. And I have Chandra in the bank. It was really good drawing a scary enough permanent to draw that out while still having the better permanent in my hand. Can't pay life to cast spells or activate abilities that aren't mana abilities. So my fetch lands are off, but I don't really care. They can't dismember until that's gone. Or they do have black 1 now between their 2 Moxen. So yes, they can. They're under some nasty pressure, though. They're going to have to either do something else that stabilizes here, or just pop the Silex, losing 7 of their own permanents to my 5, and 2 of them are tokens I showed up for free. Activate as a sorcery is such a relief. Oof. At least I get to know what's going on. Not like that Pernicious Deed from last round. Oh no, they're playing a Mox Diamond? You don't play Mox Diamond if you're planning on popping Karn Silex. Discarded City of Traders. Do they have a 6-drop, 7-drop in their hand? Grim Monolith. 1 card left in hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This could be an 8-drop. Great Creator Karn. Okay. Hate that, but there it is. They can get the Ensnaring Bridge and just freeze up. Ensnaring Bridge it is. Okay, it's time to draw Meltdown or Cast into the Fire. And Fable does get some extra looks. Timeless Dragon. I'm going to discard that. I think I keep Chandra, though. Like, what happens? Or, no, they lattice me next turn. I actually need to discard Chandra as well. Okay, yeah, I'm going all the way in. And rewarded for my faith. There are 3 is the largest cost thing. And I can even run out my Saga here because I'm about to kill my own Pithing Needle anyway. Meltdown for X equals 3. Boom. Copy my Goblin Shaman. Attack Karn with 2 things. And then I'm going to eternalize my Timeless Dragon. And I feel like that's going to be GG. They need a big draw off the top. I have overwhelming board advantage. They need some kind of sweeper. I don't know if they even have time to sweep at this point. My Saga's trigger. Okay, I can tap X mana and make X tapped 2/2s, and in the end step, that I get like kind of a fake Splinter Twin. I could do it now, but they're all tapped. So if I make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 2/2s in their end step, they're definitely dead. And they played a Wasteland. That is not going to win them the game. I'm going to make a construct that will almost do as much damage as the Splinter Twin thing, but I like having permanents in play, and they are dead. This was an awesome match. Two decks that have never been seen in Legacy before, may never be seen again, but they lined up extremely well against each other in a way that's really interesting for content, so I appreciate that. Ironclaw 2016, shout out to you. On to the next round. You come here to level up at Magic. To level up as a software engineer, check out the new YouTube series Dev Better, hosted by the founder of 7 Factor Software and Magic player, Jeremy Duvall. 7 Factor's small teams of high-performing engineers build custom mobile apps, APIs, and highly scalable systems for Fortune 500 companies and ambitious startups with great ideas. If you'd like to hire 7 Factor, or maybe join their team, contact them through their website at 7factor.io. And don't forget to subscribe to 7 Factor's YouTube for every episode of Dev Better. I'm on the play in round number 3. I'm going to keep this hand. They have a Yorion. Probably some Beanstalk deck. Unless it's actual Death and Taxes. Either way, I have my main deck Hammer in Ruination, and I have Comet Stellar Pup that can do stuff, plus Staff of the Storyteller. I have a 2-drop that's worth playing. I could pitch Staff or Comet to Solitude if I need to. Hand's got a lot of play to it. Prismatic Vista from the opponent. Bad times for Ruination. Either Vial. Okay. There is a Pithing Needle in my deck, and I have Creature Removal. Swamp Vial out of a Yorion strategy. What is going on over there? I'm just going to put Staff the Storyteller into play and hope to outgrind whatever this is. I guess this is probably the Sam deck. Sam Gael. I don't know if that people actually call it that, but there is a black-white Yorion Flicker deck with Bowmasters and Sams and stuff. Bowmaster is a problem for what I'm doing here. Just gotta say. Thoughtseize. Oh no, my secrets. My Stellar Pup. It'll be interesting if they take Staff because they're worried about the grind, or if they take Stellar Pup and worry about later. Maybe if they have Bowmaster, they take Solitude and just plan to beat my Staff the Storyteller with Bowmaster business. Staff was the take. Comet is live for someday. Also makes my decision to draw a card with Staff here very easy, where I otherwise would have had to think about it at least a little bit. And here's land number 4. I'm just going to fetch now before they're representing Opposition Agent. I don't know if that's a thing they do, but I don't want to let them do it. My mystery card being Lightning Bolt's actually pretty powerful here. Thoughtseize again. Boo. Boo. Okay, I'm going to lose my pup here. If they're holding Wasteland, they don't have to take Comet, because they can waste Saga before it knows how to make mana, and then I don't actually have 4. But then they're running the risk that I just draw a different land. And Comet's gone. A Plateau. I'll deal with that later. Time to get Saga going. That charges my Staff. Attacking with my Spirit. Okay. Here is the Vial activation. There's the Bowmaster. Here's the Lightning Bolt. I just want this gone. I don't need to be clever about it. And I'm able to hardcast Solitude this turn, or charge and activate Staff. That's probably better. It'll depend on what they do, obviously. Apparition taking my Staff. Okay, well, I won't be activating Staff. Swords to Plowshares, always a welcome draw. That's a card I can cast. Could get some exciting mid-combat action. Surprise 2/2 blocker. I think I do want to plow the Apparition here and just try to keep the board as empty as possible. If they have Flicker tricks, let's get them out now. Block your 1/1 with my 2/2. Cool. Their cards in the gone pile. I was going to say graveyard, but that's not where tokens go. Saga's doing its thing. It's going to keep doing its thing. Swords to Plowshares, you got it. I think I needle Aether Vial heal here. It's either that or get Retrofitter and try to grind. I'm actually in for Retrofitter. That's probably better long-term by a lot, would be my guess. Attacking with my Illusion. Plenty of 2-power things come out of that Vial right now, but we're going to ignore them. Fetch in response to this possible Opposition Agent. I'm going to make a Servo as well. Maybe they just tricked me into nothing, but I was going to do these anyway. Okay, yeah, that just ended up being the same. I still have this Solitude that they've seen twice already. and I can cast it next turn. They can put Yorion in hand with their 3 mana, and they're at the 5 to make it happen. Next turn with Vial. Down to 2 cards in their hand, though. Thought seizing my Solitude, brutal. But they didn't have the land to put Yorion in hand, but they don't really need it. I'm going to attack with my 2 power creatures. Apparition can't exile non-tokens, though. Oh, did I just get blown out by Swords to Plowshares? God damn it. Alright, well, fair enough. I am facing down a Yorion now. I'm not going to play the Plateau. And Yorion doesn't work with Skyclave here, but it is a 4/5 body. That is just the biggest thing in play by a lot. Oh, good, you drew Caracas. Sheesh. That's alright, that card's not really around. I can Ruination it. Yeah, I'm just going to Ruination, just -1 for 1. But looping Caracas is not something I can deal with. Okay, gonna die in big chunks here. Well, I get 4 draws, that's kind of a lot. And the Apparition doesn't actually beat the Illusion token. And I'm gonna fetch for a Plains right now. Again, they're a black-white Hate Bears deck. I don't want to mess around versus possible Oppo agents or whatever, even Mind Sensors. I do have a land in my hand that they don't know about. Is it time for the 4th Thoughtseize? Okay, block your Apparition with my Illusion. This downgrades me from a 2/2 to a 1/1, but now you don't have your other creature. Okay, deck, some spell. Something good. Wandering Emperor. Lightning Bolt's not it. Back with my Illusion. If they drew Solitude to go with that Vial on 5, then they're gonna win anyway. Yeesh. Alright, well, Lightning Bolt that, I guess. I did draw an answer to it. What a heckin' draw, though. Maybe just chill out. Give me a good draw while my opponent doesn't get one. Like, my own Solitude would be great. Some Planeswalker would be great. The hell is this? Oh, Thalia. Okay, I'll still take a Planeswalker or a Solitude deal. I'm just jamming this now. I'm not giving them a chance to draw Caracas or some shit. Get rid of the Yorion. I can't attack into Thalia, but if they attack, they're losing 3 a turn and I'm gaining 1 a turn. It's not a favorable race. Okay. They played land number 4. Now I just need to do something to deal with this Thalia. That's not it. We're both in top deck mode. Whoever draws the first banger is going to win this game. Okay. We both have infinite lands. Neither of us can attack. I am going to fetch. I'll get the Plateau. I've already spent my Ruination. Come on, threat or answer. Yo, alright. Cost 3. Still a steal. I am going to activate this right now before they have Bowmaster or anything. Wandering Emperor. Okay. This is not the time for them to draw their 4th Thoughtseize. I would like for them to wait a little bit. Run out another land here, and then just let me freaking kill you. Okay. Versus Saga. Sick draw. +1/+1 and first strike on Solitude. How's that sound? Sounds good to me. Pew pew. Put a +1 counter on Solitude. Did they draw a removal spell, or are they destroyed? Nice. Well, combat blowout. Love to see it. I'm pulling ahead here. They need something big. I now have Saga, a large Solitude, Wandering Emperor, and Staff is going to start getting charged by either Emperor or Saga. They need something like Cataclysm to pull back here, and I don't think even that's good enough. They agreed. Chandra seems great. Ruination does not seem great. They had a lot of basics in there. Cast into the Fire does deal 1 to 2 different creatures. Containment Priest shuts down Vial and Flickering. I'm not going to bring in Pyroblast just for Yorion. Soul Guide Lantern, once again, not great. Solitude, phenomenal. 4th Eorlingas is phenomenal. Fable, great. Bolt, Plow, Helix, love it, love it, love it. Okay, so to bring in Cast into Fire, I'd have to start cutting removal spells, and all of my main deck removal spells are better than Cast into Fire, so that's retired. Races are coming in, and I need to do something with this Chandra. I just want all these cards. This might be a 61 situation. A little embarrassing, but I actually just like every single one of these cards. I'm in. Okay, I have removal spells and land drops. I'm going to keep. I would like access to a basic mountain at some point. Here's Vial. I guess Cast in the Fire answers Vial too, so it's not just deal 1 to stuff. Whatever. If there's a game 3, I'll worry about it then. Marsh Flats from my opponent. Come on, Mountain. Alright, not a mountain. But I do get a Staff of the Storyteller in here. At least get something charged up. Fetching in the end step. Are we going to see that awful, miserable, stupid Bowmaster? We are. Okay. That is handled. I'm going to see what happens next turn. I'd rather Helix this thing than spend 2 cards solituding it. Wasteland. Disappointing. Okay. That's what I get for not drawing a basic mountain. Dummy. Alright, basic mountain off the top. No such luck. Retrofitter Foundry and pass the turn. I am going to stay chill on this Bowmaster. Alright. Might have to start dealing with them now. Now they have 3 on the vial and Flicker Wisp is live. Uh-oh, I might have missed my window. I'm going to take my damage and see if I can draw the red source this turn. This Lightning Helix undoes a lot of this. Yorion into the grip. Come on, red mana. Easy. Mountain, Lightning Helix targeting Orcish Bowmaster. Okay, that happened. Good news, everybody. I'm going to pass the turn. They don't seem to have anything for their vial on 3. They went straight up to 4. Cool. I'm going to take 3 again. Give myself a chance to draw another natural out to Bowmaster before I spend 2 cards on it. Lauren of the Third Path. Annoying. Wow, okay, going after Retrofitter instead of Staff. And now Lauren is safely hidden under Caracas. Lightning Bolt, hey. A 1-minute answer to Orcish Bowmaster, the thing that I said I wanted to draw. Incredible. Draw with Staff. Okay, no love there. I can pitch Solitude twice. Feels so bad, though. Yeah, now Yorion is under the Caracas loop. It's going to be really hard to beat this deck from here. Thalia, okay. That doesn't affect Solitude. Yorion. I'm going to respond to Yorion by exiling Lauren. And if they use Caracas on her, then they don't have Caracas for Yorion. Okay, that's fine. That's gone. Yeah, they flickered their vial. They're starting the chain back at 1. Land number 3, okay. I'm going to have to exile Yorion here. It's the biggest thing there is, and this Fable the Mirror Breaker, pretty far behind and dies immediately. Yeah, I don't think I can win anymore. We can just go to the next one. Save everybody some time. I cast in the fire, dealing with either Vial and killing a creature. There's 2 modes on that card. Maybe 6 mana Chandra in this, but it's such an absolute unit. This game's gonna go so long. Cast in the fire, clean answer to Bowmaster and its friend. Wrath of God, so sick. I like that. Maybe I shave a priest because I have another different answer to creatures and Vial now. And still rock 61 because I can't figure it out. Perfect. This does have the 2 basics that I like. It needs land number 3 desperately, but it's playing the game extremely well up to that point. I am not going to fetch to thin because I don't want to thin here. I want to thick. Speaking of thick, I will plow your mom. Draw for turn, land, we did it. And I'm going to do the thing that I've done previously where save the Urza Saga for later. I don't want mana tied up for 3 turns in that. I want to get Fable down. I want to start doing stuff. They don't seem to have Vial this game. Perfect. Just shoving Thalia into my on-curve Swords to Plowshares. Get the Mountain. Plow the Thalia. Play the Fable. Ooh, Big Chandra and Comet. I'm going to have decisions next turn. Let's go. They're fetching for mana number 3. If they Flicker Wisp my Goblin Shaman token, that's a bummer. If they Skyclave Apparition my Fable, that's not too bad. Because then I still get to shove a Planeswalker. As long as I get the treasure. And Lauren picking off Urza Saga is kind of annoying. Council's Judgment, okay. What do you want, the Fable or the Goblin? Where does it tell me? 1 vote for Fable the Mirror Breaker. Okay, I'll also vote for that. They fell into my trap. It's time for Comet to go nuts on an empty board. Oh, that's better. Uh-oh. Okay, Comet. I'll deal with you later. Becoming the Monarch here. Too good. And Monarch has its risks in a Bowmaster matchup, but I have answers to Bowmaster in hand. 4th Eorlingas. What a magic card. You just jam it on 3. You jam it on 23. It's a game ender no matter when you have it. Okay, I'm floating a colorless. Oppo Agent. I believe that I Solitude this, exiling 4th Eorlingas number 2. I just want this thing gone. And I'm going to get Retrofitter Foundry. And I'm going to play Comet pre-combat. Let's roll. Don't deal the 5. Okay, made some squirrels. Let's get in. Nice. Here comes the squad. My opponent needs a sweeper. They're in some trouble. Speaking of sweepers, I've drawn my Wrath of God finally, after 3 rounds of begging to draw it. Wasteland, you'll find no purchase here. So Stoneforge Mystic, pretty good though. Goblin Shaman does give me land number 4 for Chandra that can minus on the Stoneforge. Beaky Skull, that one's pretty good next turn anyway. Comet might just kill this thing, so I have to activate Comet first. I rolled a 4. Choose target creature player. How about Stoneforge Mystic? We did it. Comet's a good boy. When he does what he's supposed to do. Actually pretty strong magic card. Bowmaster. Okay. This can get some nice trades in combat. I'm probably going to Chandra and minus on it. Second main. You're going after a squirrel. And then do they double block Shaman? What's the line here? Oh, no blocks. They're just trying to take the monarchy from me. Well, I can't quite abide by that. If I just play 2 stabs of the Storyteller, I don't have to draw cards. Yeah, here we go. Pile of blockers. Oh, I guess I lose one of them to the Monarch trigger. Son of a biscuit. Kind of locked into my own ways here. Okay, that's fine. I can chump block the Orc or trade with the Bowmaster. If they don't attack with both, they don't get the Monarch. They have Batterskull and 3 mystery cards in hand. Yeah, I'm just going to block here. No Monarch, please. I'll just keep hanging out with my Planeswalker and my army full of creatures here. Umezawa's Jitte. Spooky. That one's actually good. But I have Pithing Needle that can shut it down. There's the Jitte. Okay, land is a good draw. Lightning Helix is a pretty good draw. Comet, do your thing. I rolled a 6. Do your thing 2 more times. Get back Swords to Plowshares from the graveyard. Or I could get back Urza Saga and then cast multiple spells. That's actually really interesting, getting back Saga here. Because my hand has removal in it. Yeah, I'm getting back Saga. And then Comet, do your thing again. Oh, I rolled a 6 again. We're doing it. We're chaining off. Okay, deal damage to something. How about Orcish Bowmasters? Go again. Deal damage to something. How about Stoneforge Mystic? Wow, that was an incredible feature of Comet Stellar Pup. Wow. That was a good turn. Okay, attack my opponent with everything. And now I can Chandra minus on the Orc. I can Lightning Helix the Orc and Pithing Needle the Jitte. I think I just want Chandra around. TOD, yeah, you know me. 4 damage to target 2/2. And I draw a card. Feeling good. Jeez, Wedge, I hope this is exactly what you had in mind when you tasked me with building this deck, because this is awesome. Yeah, get out of here. Comet unstoppable. Good boy. The Command Tower software by Eminence Gaming is perfect for hosting TCG events. It features easy-to-create event registration for 1v1 and 4-player Swiss structured tournaments. Event management has never been so simple, and it's web-based, so there's no download required. Get access for just $5 at eminence.event/subscribe. On the play, in round 4, I'm going to keep this hand. Hard to believe that Lightning Helix Timeless Dragon 4 lands is a snap key, but here we are. I'm going to lead on Vista and pass. Vista at least represents the possibility of blue mana if they're a combo deck. Make them think about Spell Pierce a little bit. Marsh Flats, uh-oh. I hope my clever ruse of representing the possibility of blue mana has stayed their hand. I'm going to keep representing blue mana, just draw a card. Solitude, okay. Now I actually have some counterplay versus Reanimator. I probably should have actually played Plains, because if I have to Lightning Helix this turn, I have to go triple Plains instead of going red, red, white, white. Urza Saga Marsh Flats. What are we doing over there? Some kind of Saga Storm, or... oh my god, what is this? Ratchet Rescue Racer. On the backside, Living Metal. As long as it's your turn, this vehicle is also a creature. 1/4 lifelink. Whenever one or more non-token artifacts you control are put into graveyard from the battlefield, convert Ratchet. On the front. 2/4 lifelink. Whenever you gain life, you may convert Ratchet. When you do, return target artifact card with mana value less than or equal to the amount of life you gain this turn to the battlefield tapped. Yikes. Okay. That's a lot of stuff going on. Okay, what do I want to do with this information? I'm going to fetch a mountain. I think I'm going to fetch 2 mountains and then cycle my dragon for a plains. Sucks that this thing's a 1/4. They got the stats just right on that one to mess me up. Oh, baby. Have you ever spent a lightning helix and a lightning bolt to kill a ratchet rescue racer? Because I'm about to. And whenever one or more non-token artifacts, they could bobble right now and flip ratchet. I think I'm just gonna jack this thing up right now. Whatever this is, I'm not interested in it occurring. Weren't expecting the lightning helix tech, were you? Okay, it triggers off its own death, but it can't flip from the graveyard. I guess technically it is ratchet field medic in the graveyard, so it kind of did flip on its way out. How about Ruination, though? How about that? Don't do shit. Oh god, ratchet, what is this? Turn target artifact less than or equal to the amount of life you gained. Okay. A white card right now, I think, wins the game on the spot. Ruination. I'm going to destroy all of your lands and none of mine. And then they can return artifacts that cost 2 or less, which they currently have none. And next turn, I'll put a 4/4 in front of this thing. Or I'll just hardcast Solitude on it. That's probably way better. Yeah, Ratchet is artifact, not artifact or enchantment. Rebuying the Saga here would be busted. And they can't rebuy the backside of Ratchet, which still costs 3, but more than meets the eye cost is 1 and a white. Okay, let's hope that was a giant, unsurmountable kick in the ass, because that's what I need out of this play right now. Lion's Eye Diamond, oh no. Are we dead? Are we getting stormed out? That's crazy. Virtue of Persistence. This is an enchantment. What the fuck is going on here? I don't understand. Oh, Grindstone and Painter Servant are both in the graveyard. They're going to rebuy Painter this turn, and then rebuy Grindstone next turn? Is that how this works? What is going on right now? It also has to transform to do this, so Painter comes in. This is very cool. I don't think it's going to win them the game, but it is very cool. And Virtue of Persistence. Target creature gets -3/-3 until end of turn. Sorcery, Adventure. And then 5 black. The beginning of your upkeep, put target creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield. Okay. This might be a replenish deck. Oh, Bouncing Legends. That's going to come in big soon. And whenever one or more non-token graveyard. Okay. I think I can just pass, and I might be able to get a full combat blowout here. That was a wild commitment to putting Painter Servant into play last turn. Okay. Solitude. I'm going to exile Painter and block Ratchet. This only flips when an artifact dies. I'll just touch butts with this thing. We can gain some life. I think I'm more worried about Painter in play than Ratchet, especially since I have the Caracas. Staff of the Storyteller. I can play that and activate Saga and activate Caracas. Okay. I think we're in control here. At least I hope so. This deck is clearly insane. And they don't get a choice. This has to be a creature on their turn. It's not like they can't crew it. Or can decline to crew it. Okay, neat. Boros Control. Nice main deck Ruination. Psycho. Rest in Peace is good. Cast into the Fire is good. Ruination. I mean, I don't know if it's going to be that good ever again, but that was cool. It looks like I want Graveyard Hate here. Containment Priest is a maybe. Do you ever just want every card in your deck and sideboard? Clearly this wasn't mapped out in any sort of coherent way. It's just sort of like cards and other cards. I don't think I need Timeless Dragon. I could shave a 4th Eorlingas. I don't think I need Wrath of God. Council's Judgment might be a little slow, and I like having large amounts of removal in the deck, but almost everything I'm boarding in is a removal spell. Lightning Helix is OP. I'm not cutting that. I've had a lot of fun on the channel lately with Lightning Helix across formats. If you didn't catch my Modern Isochron Scepter Control video, it's a wild one. Lightning Bolt hits Painter, but it doesn't hit either side of Ratchet. Maybe I just shaved that. Chandra does hit 4s. Containment Priest, question mark. I guess we saw that big stupid enchantment. I should probably have Containment Priest in my deck. Maybe I don't need both Ruinations. That might be a little too much cheese on the burger. Especially now that they know to fetch around it if they can. Love of Solitude. Alright, Council's Judgment, you're out. And I gotta make one more cut. I guess Lightning Helix. I did just talk about it. I'll leave one in. Still love it. I was actually gonna play that modern deck in a real local RCQ, but it turns out I don't own Isochron Scepters. I've 100% owned that card in the past, but it's not currently in my paper collection. Don't worry, I ordered them immediately, but that won't help until later. I did not play the deck in my RCQ. Let's hope they commit to some Psycho Graveyard line, or just Thoughtseize me. That's cool too. Taking my staff, so they're not planning on going through the graveyard. Haha, got him, played around it. I'm going to fetch Rogue Plains right now before they can Dark Ritual out an opposition agent. We've seen both Dark Ritual and weird tech creatures. It could happen. Saga's in. Dark Ritual, jeez. Painter Servant, resolves. And Grindstone. Cool. So I have to draw exactly a removal spell right now. Swords of Plowshares, Soulguide Lantern. I don't think that's helpful. I am going to look at their deck. I'm going to exile their Dark Rituals in case that's their path to 3 mana next turn. Nope, they are set up. All right, let's look at this deck. Dauthi Voidwalker confirmed. Grief, Helm, Reanimate, Ratchet. Okay, this is a pretty dedicated Reanimator deck, actually. Grab the screenshot real quick so we know. And I have one line here, which is draw Solitude off of Soulguide Lantern. Exile your Thoughtseize. Draw a card. Solitude. Oh, you wise ass. Okay, we're dead. Drew the Pithing Needle. 1 mana short of that. Maybe I just need Bolt in, and Helix is Bolt but costs more. Solitude's free. Okay, seeing that they're actually a combo deck, I just got really lucky with that Ruination game 1. That is not... I mean, we knew they were a combo deck, but they're even less grindy than we could have imagined. Okay, I'm in for this. I don't think I want Deafening Silence, even though they have Dark Ritual in their deck. That isn't necessarily a 1-to-1 conversion. Though they might juke into something different now, who even knows? This hand has Swords to Plowshares in it, but it's very slow, full of 3-drops that might not get me where I need to be, and we've seen the reanimation in their deck. I'm still going to run it. Their deck, we've got Urza's Saga, Scrubland, Marsh Flats, Ancient Tomb. Okay, yeah, I don't see Wasteland in that deck. Probably just fetch Plateau and do my best. One more look for opposition agents. Pretty sure they don't have them. Mausoleum Secrets, Implement of Improvement. There are some weird ones in here. Yeah, no Oppo. Cool. Just gonna pass then. Urza's Saga. Okay. Passing the turn, I would love to draw land number 3 and just know what I'm doing for the rest of the game. Alright, no chance. Staff of the Storyteller's coming down. I love that after obliterating them with Ruination game 1, I'm just on mono non-basics after that. Shields are down. If they Dark Ritual out a Grindstone combo, they got me. Cycling Troll. Cool. Basic Swamp was the get. Now they're playing around my Ruination when I'm clearly not. Urborg. Okay, tutor basic, and then play non-basic. Fair enough. Thoughtseize. Probably takes Plow here. Most of their payoffs are creatures, whether it's reanimating the troll or going for Painter. Saw a deck full of creatures here. 4th Eorlingas is a huge brick if they put this troll into play. Deeply reckless magic to introduce the Monarch to a game where your opponent has an functionally unblockable creature. Okay. There's a troll in play. I'm going to try to draw a card first. I would like to do 2 things this turn. Got there. Nice. Okay. That's fortunate. Play my other Staff of the Storyteller. They might tutor Pithing Needle and turn this off, but at least I have a couple of homies in play, and if they do that, then they're not getting Grindstone or Lion's Eye Diamond. So they might just do that anyway. If they have me dead, I mean, they know my hand. The only card they don't know is the Retrofitter Foundry. I could easily lose this turn. Grindstone's in play. They have a mana floating and a swamp in their hand. That's 3. Dark Ritual makes 5, which is the number if they're holding a Painter to kill me. Ancient Tomb. Uh-oh. They have 6 mana, actually. Or, I guess, that assumes a Dark Ritual. Okay. I'm dead to Lion's Eye Diamond. I'm dead to Dark Ritual. Mausoleum Secrets can get the... Or this gets a black card, but... Yep, this works. Yeah, because it is black because of Painter, and they tutor Lion's Eye Diamond. Cool deck. And I am not holding Solitude. Just checking my list, making sure I don't have anything that like shuffles in if it gets milled just randomly. Doesn't look like it. Okay. I've lost the game. GG. Very cool deck. This has been a cool league. I'm on a brew. A bunch of my opponents are on brews. This is how it's meant to be. On to the final round. For the absolute best Magic the Gathering apparel on the market, check out the link in the video description to coalesceapparel.shop and be sure to use the code BoshNRoll for 10% off when you check out. I'm on the play for the final round. Positive record on the line. I don't think even me with this deck is in for this 5-lander with 4 drops. All right, here we go. There's some legacy cards in this hand. I'm going to bottom the Chandra and just play my planes. Let's hope they're a creature deck that dies to 4th Eorlingas on turn 3. Just kill your thing, and then we Lingus. Okay, don't wasteland me. Here's this Wrath of God in my hand. We're running out of time to cast that in the league. End step Brainstorm. Could be using Lorien Revealed to shuffle, or could be a combo deck just set up their win here. Tundra, okay. Interesting. I don't really want to get my Lingus just bricked by a single Swords to Plowshares. I'm going to wait until I have more going on. Timeless Dragon, oh yeah. We are of the same mind here. This is going to be a nice grindy match probably. Okay, cool. Now I can multi-Lingus combo. Mountain and how about 2 Linguses to start? Force of Will, pitching Lorien Revealed. Okay. My Linguses are ready to Lingus. The re-linkening. Jace the Mind Sculptor, that's some bullshit. I wanted them to just do their Timeless Dragon. Jace the Mind Sculptor in this economy? Outrageous. By tapping out, though, they are on Force or Bust on this second Lingus, and I would like to get Lincoln here. Okay. Are you skilled enough to have 2 Force of Wills in your opening spread with Jace's help? Yes, you are. I hate you. All right, we've probably lost. I don't think I can beat active Jace the Mind Sculptor from nothing. If I had the Monarch and we had like competing card draw engines going, but I can't actually ever beat Jace. I need to draw the Council's Judgment, and it needs to resolve. And they need to not follow up with something else busted here. Here's the Timeless Dragon. You were supposed to do that 2 turns ago. Remember when you cast Jace? We had a deal. You betrayed me. Hey, Urza Saga and Hardcast Solitude. Doing it right now. Get that out of here. Pass the turn. Urza Saga is pretty interesting. Probably still not going to keep up with Jace, but it is eventually a Pithing Needle. I don't know. Don't feel good here. They're drawing 3 cards with Jace. Swords to Plowshares, clears the Solitude. Lorien Revealed, yikes. Because just kicking my ass was not enough. You have to kick my ass firmly and forever. I'm going to fetch up Plains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I am not even close to casting Timeless Dragon and activating Saga. I'd rather do the Saga thing, because at least that happens at instant speed. They can't just bounce it with Jace. 7-card hand over there. Shocking stuff. Terrifying. Awful business. Even getting Pithing Needle here probably doesn't save me. They have a dress down right now. Well, they're fetching, so Pithing Needle's at least on their mind. Mystic Sanctuary on Lorien Revealed. Yeah, okay. Pithing Needle on Jace the Mind Sculptor. I don't have high aspirations that that's gonna actually stop that, but gotta give myself a chance. I'll also attack Jace for 3. Got 2 shots to answer Jace here. Otawara my Needle, which means that Jace only takes 2, going to 1. And they must be planning to counter this on the way back down. That's the thing that makes sense. They only have 100,000 cards in their hand. Yep. Obviously. Supreme Verdict. Shit. They're still brainstorming with Jace, though. Lightning Bolt, Lightning Helix off the top. Both threaten the Jace. A Wasteland, yeah. Not using that makes a lot of sense. Why would you use it when you know Urza Saga's in my deck, and taking me off random planes probably doesn't matter. Random plateau. Deciding if they care about this. Force pitching Spell Pierce. Okay, they do care about that. I'm a mana short still of Timeless Dragon. I can never play token mode because Jace is in play and just deletes it forever. You know, for how often or how many times they've activated this Jace and how relatively close this game was. If I had the Monarch, I think we'd be fine. Just the double force early on really jacked me up. We're in revealed back up to 6 cards in hand though. Standstill. Shit. Well, Jace answers my thing that I could slide under the standstill. And Wasteland is ready to answer Urza's Saga. Whatever, draw cards. I don't even care. Can't beat you any other way. Probably exile Standstill here, just in case they have Hall of Heliod. Here is a 5/5. Certainly your Jeskai control deck can't easily answer a creature. Swords of Plowshares, that's gone. I'm currently faced with the decision of, do I want to just concede and be done here? Or see more cards in their deck, or use their clock. I don't think I want to use their clock as a win con. I don't think that's particularly viable. Though maybe it is, maybe it has to be. Alright, fine, I'm settling in. They're going to have to beat me start to finish. Jace did not put the card on the bottom of my deck, by the way. Another Standstill. Maybe I'll deck them. Genuine possibility. Swords of Plowshares on top. I'm going to draw a card. Solitude. Interesting. I could end step Solitude, and then that is a bunch of cards in their hand. 2 Wastelands now. They're still fate sealing me with Jace. Yeah, I'm just going to end step this. They will go up to 8 cards in hand, have to discard some of them. They're fetching in response. Do you have fetchables left? There's an Underground Sea. Ooh. Are there black cards in this deck, or are we just getting up to 4 for Prismatic Ending? Solitude resolves. We're in there. Got him. My life total is so high, I'm winning. And they're brainstorming in the end step. Oh, wait, they go up to 9 cards, not 6. The standstill was already in play, so still have to discard 2 cards here. Discarded Brainstorm and Flooded Strand. I drew a mountain. Got him. 3 Wastelands. They can take me off all my plateaus now if they want to. I mean, learning the deck has 3 Wastelands in it is kind of useful. This deck also looks heavily susceptible to Ruination, even though it has some basics in it. Like, that would still be a good card. Here come the Wastelands, I guess. It's time. They must have just left a 5-drop on top with Jace. Comet Stellar Pup. Alright, well, you left it here, so you must have an answer. Spell Pierce. Okay, yep, that makes sense. That's why the Wastelands happened. Left my card on top. The worst feeling in Magic. Yeah, look at all this creature removal. Feeling good about this. Nice Wrath of God in the deck. Wasteland number 4. They're on the full boat of those. Jace exiles my deck next turn. The Wandering Emperor. Okay. I mean, this card sucks, but it does attack Jace, I guess. I actually can't win with the Wandering Emperor in time here. Okay. I will concede the game before they concede my whole deck. Yuck. They're like our deck, but with blue cards. It's not even fair. Chandra and Pyroblast definitely coming in. Ruination has some action here. Lightning Helix basically has none. Oh, Swords of Plowshares, Stone freaking Brick. That's gone. Helix and Bolt can at least go face. Soul Guide Lantern's a redraw. Helix and Bolt can also hit Planeswalkers, which is what we just lost to. I actually have too many cards out now. I could bring in Surgicals, and I normally hate the whole, like, surgical, you have Force of Wills and you can't force my stuff anymore, but knowing what's in this deck's hand and how long this game went, so maybe Containment Priest is just better. It's just literally 2/2 body. Attack and block with it. Oh, Wrath of God's got to come out too. Solitude's fine because it attacks. Yeah, I think I just want some priests in here. I don't like the surgical thing. Though ripping Force of Wills out of their deck is pretty meaningful. I have some serious bangers at the top. But I'm not going for that. Actually, I don't need Shadow Spear, like, at all. I'm going to bring in 1 surgical after all. On the play, and I am going to keep this hand, I've got Urza's Saga action working its way up into 4th Eorlingas action with the fun of surgical available to me. And I am going to fetch here. I don't want to draw lands. Just start getting those out of the way. Oh, Urza's Saga with Fable. I'm still going to lead on Saga, make them deal with this before I start casting my other spells. And I'll run the planes here. They might have something squeaky, easy, like Dress Down, or maybe they don't. I try to make this hard on them. Got a bunch of basics all of a sudden after what last game did not look like this. I'm just going into Dress Down. Not like I can beat it. Just play my cards. Retrofitter, very cool. Meltdown is something I should consider. Yeah, I have another Saga, and I have ways to spend my mana. I'm just going to Soul Guide Lantern, actually. Take out the Lorien Revealed before they can loop it. Drop another Saga. Started ticking up. Swords to Plowshares. Okay. Begin the slow and steady 3-for-1. Brainstorm. You got it. Underground Sea. I'm going to attack with my Construct to see what they want to do about that. And I am going to just boat up main phase. We've seen Supreme Verdict, but they went with Plow last turn to save 3 damage. Would someone who has Supreme Verdict do that? Mystic Sanctuary targeting Brainstorm. I don't think I care about that. I'm still kind of into this strip their forces, kill them with fourth Eorlingas plan. Lightning Helix, hell yeah. Construct token. Retrofitter, it's time for that. Attack with my creatures. Plowing one of them, okay. No blocks. Plains. Mountain. Make a servo. Just going to push damage here. It's not like I have instants in my deck. Burning them out is genuinely plan 8 right now. They just drew Brainstorm. Here it goes. They are dead on board if they can't clean this up. Prismatic Ending on my Retrofitter. Okay. Yeah, every one of these sagas has gone just fully uncontested at this point. And I can attack. That's 9. I can make them dead on board to Lightning Helix. I'm going to do that, actually. That sounds awesome. Okay. Now this game's going to just come down to a dance around resolving Lightning Helix and Fable of the Mirror Breaker, playing around Spell Pierce here. We saw multiple copies of Spell Pierce game 1. They have to answer the board and keep Lightning Helix under control. Pass. It's a very Time Raveler. Does this even win? No. Okay. I'm going to let that resolve. It can bounce one of these things. I have multiple lethal threats. They minus target nothing. That's fascinating. Weird. Okay. I wonder if that was a misclick or just they had some clever out that I couldn't think of. I don't know. Whatever. Okay. Urza Saga can win games of Magic against control decks. Good to know. And I'm just firing in the same deck. Let's go. Actually seeing all those basics, I'm off Ruination and I'm doing double surgical. I have no idea if that plan holds water, but I kind of like it. My spells are better than theirs. Higher impact. They just need to resolve. Therefore, playing a long enough game, I will eventually be able to remove their counterspells from the game. This needs a land in it, but I have the Lingus, I have the Surgical. Fable might be enough to draw a counterspell out of. I'm going to keep it. Oh, but they have 4 Wastelands. Yuck. Losing to Wasteland would be such a beating. I'm still going to keep. I showed them so many basics, it's possible. Or no, I also showed them Urza Saga. I was about to say it's possible they boarded out Wasteland, but no, it's not, because I'm an Urza Saga deck. Okay. Speaking of Urza Saga, here it is. End step. Something's happening. Cycling Timeless Dragon. Okay. They put Tundra in hand. There's the Tundra. I'm going to fetch a Plains in the end step and shove Containment Priest. This is why I boarded it in. It's literally just an object with stats. Beginning and end of appeal of that card. That's the whole story. And the way they've fetched, I don't expect a Blood Moon or anything out of them. Okay. Cool. We got a card out of their hand. That's all I wanted. Ooh, they missed a land drop. Right, Urza Saga, big time. Let's go. Found the next land. That's important. My hand's full of 3s from here. I'm still going to start on Soul Guide Lantern. I can pick off this dragon for free. That's awesome. Just if Meltdown is the plan, I don't want to run Retrofitter into that right away. Okay, they just took 3. Played around it. All right, I'm going to draw a card. Mountain, draw a card. Found Comet. Okay, come on, deck. Time for that land. Okay. I think I have 2 options here. I can play Fable, see if they force it, and then get rid of their forces. I can extract Plow, look at their hand, Then Plow's not now to 4th Eorlingas. I think I have to stay with the exile their forces strategy. Okay, I was not going to beat Spell Pierce on this turn regardless. And now I've missed a land drop. Okay, they have also missed a land drop. That means their hand is all spells, though. Okay, I'm going to Surgical Extract Spell Pierce and see what's going on over there. I would like to know your secrets. Dovin's Veto on that. Okay. Shove Comet. Were they protecting a Spell Pierce? They were. Okay. Almost very smart. But we got Dovin's Veto out of their hand on a fake spell. Clearing the way for 4th Eorlingas is always the plan. Oh no, don't do stuff. Cycling Timeless Dragon. Okay. That gets Tundra. And now we find out if you have another counter. I'm not playing around Spell Pierce here because that plays into Swords to Plowshares. If they have Counterspell, it doesn't matter. Okay, didn't matter. But the Surgical did function at getting a Counterspell out of the way, but it didn't quite do what I wanted. Staff of the Storyteller. How about that? Can I have anything? Doesn't look like it. Snapcaster for Dovin's Veto? Gross. Oh, for Counterspell. Leaving Veto in the graveyard, I guess? Okay, I'm gonna Bolt Snapcaster. I just don't want them to have anything. They have land number 5 now that also represents Mystic Sanctuary, and I'm out of gas here. I played 3 game-winning spells with a protection spell, and it wasn't enough. They had 4 counterspells for all of it. Or 5 counterspells. I had 3 game winners, a protection spell, and an engine in Staff of the Storyteller. And now their blue cards are going to take over. Just 1 brainstorm, and we're done. In step Wandering Emperor. And they're playing around Lightning Bolt with that. Smart. Wasteland, okay. My next Urza Saga's covered. They're just cranking this thing up. I hope to Council's Judgment it without it ever doing anything. Oh, one of my own. How about Council's Judgment? I'm going to lead on this, because if they force it, then that's a force they don't have for Wandering Emperor. Another Snap. Snap targets the Veto. They are down to 1 card in hand, which is where I've been trying to get to this whole time. Veto. I think sending 2 bolts at the Wandering Emperor right now is the place to be, because that's going to make a creature that can attack and block next turn without ever exposing itself to bolt. Okay. Snapcaster and 1 mystery spell in their hand, plus the ability to Mystic Sanctuary, but there's no good spells in their graveyard right now. They can just put the dragon into play. Okay, there's the dragon. I need my Wandering Emperor to hold up. Some banger spell or Pyroblast are my draws I want here. It was not that. It's just gonna pass. Wastelanding me now. God dang it. That was smart. Okay, now they will know whether or not to attack. But I am gonna run it out so it doesn't get spell pierced. If they just attack it with both creatures, it dies. Even if I exile the dragon, the Snapcaster will deal 2 to it. Guess I could have played around that by playing my land, but by wasting me, I think they told me they have Spell Pierce, or at least like Snap 2 Spell Pierce. And they are doing the thing. Either way, Wandering Emperor dies here. I'll just take their biggest creature with it. Come on, deck. Good card. So many lands, and no cantrips to smooth them out. No Timeless Dragon of my own. 5 mana, Lorien Revealed, gross. Yep, that's going to run away with it. Anything that was close a second ago. And now the Mystic Sanctuary can pick that up, and they can just go the hell off. Now I wish I had the Ruination in the deck. Staff of the Storyteller, what do you say? 5 cards in hand? No Force of Will, please? We're in there. Okay, I'm going to get to draw a card. I'm going to fetch first. Let's maximize good draws here. Okay. That's a card for later. Sucks they're about to draw 3 again. Yeah, that's good stuff. Ooh, interesting. 4th Eorlingas. I'm going to cast Timeless Dragon. Though I guess charging it... Like, this is better against Counterspell. And Jace and against Teferi. It's worse against Plow because either way they answer it, but I don't get to charge my staff. Now, 5's a lot of life, though. Let's gain some of that. Timeless Dragon from the hand. That's my move. They stole it. I'd like another Staff of the Storyteller, I think. Alright, another 4th Eorlingas. Okay. Horses. Elbow tap. Vetoed. A lot of vetoes in this deck. Hate that. Teferi bounces my spirit, then I have nothing. My spirit is bounced, confirmed, both in the game and in real life. And I love their deck. I'm not going to pretend I don't. But I don't love what it's doing to me here. Another Lorien revealed, the third of the game. Alright. Tapping out my horses again. Question mark. Force of Will. And we're dead. Okay. The control deck with blue cards beat the control deck without blue cards. But this deck was pretty sweet. We were one land somewhere in our top 28 cards of our deck away from this being a positive record, which I think is pretty decent with a brew. Obviously, we saw the structural problems of it when you're faced against a real legacy control deck with their planeswalkers and their ponders and brainstorms and Lorien reveals. You're just not playing that game. But we also saw the strength of just basic lands, 2-for-1s, and some planeswalkers at the top end against decks that weren't killing me on turn 1 or going way over the top with better planeswalkers. I can't say I would recommend this at the next Legacy Grand Prix, but I can say I believe we fulfilled the brief and did a good job with the challenge, and this deck is pretty cool. Probably just want 4 Fable of the Mirror Breaker, 1 Ruination, maybe you don't need the main deck Ruination. Cheese Wedge said he was really into Wrath of God. I would personally cut the Wrath of God for the 4th Fable and run it like that. I like the main deck Ruination. I like the explosive gear that gives you. 4th Eorlingas is nuts. Maybe you should just have 4 of those. What if we played 0 Lightning Helix? Then we get 4 Fable, 4 4th Eorlingas. We have all the 1 mana stuff. Everything else is still intact. You probably just want to play 4 of all your best cards because you're not manipulating your deck in a way to be able to choose, like, oh, I don't want Comet right now. I'd rather have Wandering Emperor. Like, you're not a Brainstorm deck. You're not a Ponder deck. You're not making any of those decisions. Sorry, Lightning Helix. You know I love you. I would cut the Helixes, go 4 Fable, 4 4th Eorlingas, and those are my notes after this. Cheese Wedge, thank you for this challenge. I hope you enjoyed the league. I did enjoy building and playing it. Everyone else, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, check out the Patreon, and I'll see you next time.